Okay, so exchanger's all in, final resting place. So what we've got a bolt here through the top fitting in the Edelbrock exchanger, bolt on the other side. Again, I took a heat gun, and instead of this flat being flat, it's now up to 90 degrees, and it's on the outside of this. I got it tied off with 3 tie wraps just to keep it from moving. It was pretty solid without it. I just put the tie wraps on just to keep it butted up against there so not much air leaches out. I could probably seal that with epoxy or something on. But the top looks good. The stock push-in rivets are in place. Everything's good up here, and you can see the extra gapping that I got now. The original, you know, this was up under here before, so it's back a good 3/4 of an inch out on the top, but it's in the same position on the bottom. I'll show you in a second. So it's just, you know, tilted out a little bit, and there's a good 1/2 inch clearance. You can really see it good on this other side over here between the exchanger and there. If you look and see where the center of the exchanger is, and there is the condenser. You can see that bolt, and you can see the condenser, and so there is a good 1/2 inch of space. You can see the center line of the hose connection for a 1 inch. So the back of that 1 inch hose is the back of the Edelbrock exchanger, and there you can see the condenser right there. So man, there's tons of space in there. Now we go down to the bottom and take a look. We got a bolt in there with nutted and a washer and a flat washer out there. I put a little extra plastic in there and epoxied it to the original shroud to cover up the original holes. I've got the power steering mounted little L bracket here. Leaving that there, I'll show you what that's for in a second. Coming over, same on the other side, another L bracket. The power steering is clear, not gonna rub. And then I got the same thing over here. I got a washer on this inside, and then the nut on the outside with a lock nut. Got a little longer bolt and just got a lock nut on it there, but it's solid. I mean, it's not going anywhere. Now, what I've got right now is I've got it coming in through the back, and I'll show you this. I'll try to show it to you. But there is a tubing line that kicks in and goes out. So I don't have it all the way connected, but there's where it's going to go. So that goes out, and that basically is the inlet to the exchanger from the outlet on the brick. So this is the hottest water. So I put an extra little cooling in there, but I'm thinking about moving this guy to the front. Now that I got these little L brackets and a longer piece, this would go in there pretty nicely. It's a little long, but it's fine. Drill some holes. Got a place to mount it secure. So this would come right off of the discharge of the bricks. The hottest water, and I got a little extra cooling right in the front. That's actually the very first cooling air. So this is, you know, it's not going to take much out, but it's every little bit's going to help. Okay, and so it'll come around. So I think I may move it. I may try to do it in 2 pieces because I can actually go off of this L bracket up, and I could put another one. So I can actually have 2 rows of these guys in here. We'll see what it looks like, but that would be pretty good because you just have to drill a hole here for the other hole. So I could have 1 and then 2, and then I could actually leave it just like it is. I could come around, come in, go here, go back to that other pipe and around and in. It would work. It takes a little bit of thing, but again, it's another, I got a couple extra pieces of this from the side where I hooked up because I basically went down the lines. Here's the 2 lines running from the back. Back down in here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, you can. You can see the fitting right there. But there is a 1 inch, 4-foot piece of tubing back there on the hot run back to the tank. Give a little extra cooling in the windowsill, so it comes out pretty nicely, so it's around. That little bolt right there is going to be a bitch when I go to put the fender on. I'm not looking forward to it. These hoses and all this other stuff. You can barely see it right there, baby. But shit, it's going to be tough.